Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Here we go again. Got the hat and the scarf on because it's so cold. Well, it's not really that cold. It's 40. It feels like 32. However, 32-mile-an-hour wind gust. So that's why the hat, because I don't want to mess up my hair. Believe it or not, putting the hat on is far less invasive. That's probably not the right word, but I don't care. I know what invasive means, but the right word just won't come to me. But that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. Except let me get my hand in my coat because I did not put on my gloves. Well, I've already started out this day by spending far too much time looking for a pair of earrings. Back up. It's the ones I just bought. The little wooden ones with the little Indian threading. Because you can't tell, but I have on an orange shirt. I mean, you probably can tell because I have on an orange scarf. But I don't know where they are. I thought I hung them up because I have an earring rack. And I thought I hung them up. They're not there. So then I was like, well, did I put them in the tray? Like I have this stand that holds bracelets and necklaces. Did I put, no. Did I put them in here? No. I don't know where they are. Oh well, I mean, they're brand new. This is why when my mother gave me Momo's wedding set, she threatened me with my life. Don't you lose them rings. I'm not gonna lose them. Now, I mean, I was grown. I was in my 40s when she gave, I guess, I might have been 50 even, but she gave me these rings, and she gave my sister Fran's rings, my other grandmother's. And I would just like for everyone to know that I still have the ring. I have not lost the wedding set that belonged to Maud. They're Art Deco. They were married in the 20s, or maybe, I guess, something like that. It doesn't really matter. See, we're gonna move on. So, when I worked at the sheriff's office, I had a sergeant who was incredibly funny. He still is. He has not passed on to glory. He's still very funny. But something was put on Facebook the other day, and I commented, and then he commented with 9 words, if I say it like I did when I counted the words. Can you tell me if you have a warrant out for me? Can you tell me if I have a warrant not out for me? Can you tell me if I have a warrant? I counted the words and then I forgot what I counted. So, I don't know if you're aware of this, but people can just call and say, can you tell me if I have a warrant? Can you tell me if I have a warrant? You got a warrant for me? Now, in my opinion, if you're calling to see if you have a warrant, you probably should not be that shocked when the answer is yes. Because you obviously know that you've done something. It always tickled me when they were so shocked. You got a warrant out for me? What's your name? Bubba Smith. What's your birthday? January 5th, 1982. Yes, we do. You do? What? Yeah? What's it for? What do you think it's for? If you calling me, then you know you've done something. So what'd you do? Well, I didn't do nothing. Then why are you calling me? I gotta go do mom duty. I'll be back. I am extremely early this morning. I mean, it's only 13 minutes until 8 o'clock, and I'm already in the car. That's just unheard of. So let's take a moment and apply some lipstick. This is Tarte Lip Plump Maracuja Juicy. I don't know what a maracuja is. It's juicy. I like it because it smells like the beach. It smells like coconut oil. The color's cherry blossom. Why am I showing that, y'all? Y'all. What? Let's go to work, shall we? All right, so my favorite people who call in are the people who call in and pretend like they are checking on someone, but it's really them. And we are too oblivious, too dumb to know that they are checking on themselves, right? Well, here's my thing. If you call and check on yourself and I say yes, it's not like I can just reach through the phone and grab you. So why does it matter if you're calling about yourself? What am I gonna do? Well, here's how it goes. Warrant Division, how may I help you? Yeah, I'd like to see if a friend of mine has a warrant out for his arrest. Okay, what's your friend's last name? Smith. Alrighty. What is his first name? Bubba. Is that really his first name, or does he have a for real first name and he just goes by Bubba? Oh, Robert. Okay, Robert, alright. And what's Robert's date of birth? My date of birth, his date of birth. I would bust out laughing every time. I couldn't even. And sometimes the person on the other end of the phone would just end up laughing because they knew they had been caught. But I'm like, what? Why are you pretending to be someone else? It's not like I can just reach through and grab you. You just ran that light all the way red, sir. It was hard red when you went through that light. Is there a police around? No. It's his lucky day, I'd say. It's his lucky day all the way around because he didn't get hit. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, moving back to, you got a warrant out for me? Well, then, we would get through the shock of that they have a warrant out for themselves or for their friend Bubba. Well, what I gotta do? Well, you can turn yourself in at the jail, or we can come get you. Well, I ain't got a car. Okay. You want us to come pick you up? Well, I guess. So I'd get the address and we'd send a car out there to get him. Now that's good old country people that'll just sit at the house and wait on you to come get them because they ain't got a car. Or you tell them yes, that they have a warrant, and they would get so freaked out they would just hang up the phone real quick. And I always knew that callback was coming because I just knew. And I would leave the screen up on their name. And I'd wait about a minute. And the phone would ring and it would be the same number. And I would say, simple battery. He would say, what? Well, you're calling back to ask what the charge is and the bond? Oh, yeah, simple battery. Bond's $1,000. $1,000? Well, how can I post it? Well, first you gotta go to jail to post it. And then I would explain the ways to post the bond. Oh. Yeah, those days were fun. All right, I gotta go to work. Bye. All right, it's the end of the day. Let's go home. Woohoo! I had to drop off some mail at the post office. What do my people in the UK call the post office? Yes, I know someone's behind me. Stop screaming at me. That's why I'm sitting here instead of backing. Ugh. What do my people in the UK call the post office? I guess you're not going to answer me. Hey, that's Canada, Tracy. That's not the UK. Well, anyway, I have one more of those you got a warrant on me scenarios. and then we'll let that one go. I liked it when they called me and said, "Can you tell me if you got a warrant on somebody?" And I would say, "What is the last name?" And they would say, "Smith." Poor old Bubba. And I would say, "What is the first name?" And they would say, "Bubba." And I would say, "Is that his first name for real? Or is that just what you call him?" "Oh, what's your first name?" "Robert." "First name Robert." I'm like, "Okay." "Date of birth?" "What's your date of birth?" I'm like, hand him the phone. Just hand him the phone. "Huh?" "Hand him the phone. Let me speak to Bubba." He hands him the phone. Hello. "What is your date of birth?" Why are you having your friend call me instead of just being a man and calling me yourself? Because there again, I can't arrest you through the phone. Okay? Let's use some logic here. Have some common sense. I mean, if you want to turn yourself in, go for it. If you want us to come pick you up, go for it. If you want to go hide for the rest of your life, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, you'll probably be found, but I'm just saying, you talking to me on the phone is not going to change the outcome of this moment. I'm just going to tell you, you got a warrant, this is your bond, or you don't have a bond, and say goodbye. Have a nice day. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, back to yesterday's topic about the Alzheimer's and dementia. A lot of you had some stories of your own that you put in the comments, and one of them reminded me of a story from my mom. Now, my mom had stroke-related dementia, and she called me in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and this was after I had moved over to their neighborhood, thankfully, so I did not have to drive across town like I would have if I had stayed in my townhouse. Anyway, she called me and she said, "I need to go to the potty, and your dad's not getting up," because they were sleeping in separate rooms. She was in a hospital bed. I'm like, "He's not getting up, huh?" And she's like, "Well, I've called him several times and he's not getting up." Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Like, I go walking out the door in my pajamas. I don't even know if I took time to put on shoes, and I go driving over there, okay? The whole 2 blocks. I'm thinking that I'm going to find my father deceased. Right? He's not answering. Because my dad, it doesn't matter if he's sound asleep. If you said boo, he's going to wake up, right? Well, I get over there. I noisily unlock the deadbolt and the other lock, and I go in and drop my keys on the table. I go walking upstairs. Well, instead of going to her room, I go straight to his room because I need to know. I need to know. And I walk over and I'm leaning right down on top of him. I mean, I'm like right in his face. And I'm sticking my finger up under his nostril holes to see if there are any breaths coming out of his nostril holes. And all of a sudden, his great big gray eyes open. And he says, "What are you doing here at 3 o'clock in the morning?" I said, "How do you know what time it is and your eyes just now came open? How do you just know what time it is? What are you doing here at 3 a.m.? He didn't look at a clock or nothing. He was like, "Well, I looked at it a little bit ago." I said, "Well, Mom said she's been calling you to help her up because she needs to go potty." "She been calling me?" And she was in there going, "Yes, I have. Yes. Now, had she been calling him, I don't know. As much as I love her and she was my bestest friend in the whole entire universe, I could see her probably not calling him and calling me because she wanted me to come help her. I could see her doing that because she was a little bit of a cold wolf kind of girl, you know. I said, well, your wife needs to potty. I'm going back home. And that was that. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this one. Remember that I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because these people be crazy and this world has gone mad. And I will see you on the next Tracy Tries, which will be tomorrow since I post every day. Even though some people still don't believe that I post every day. I post every day. I've had very low views the last few days, which is very sad because that means nobody's watching my videos. Anyway, that's it. Love you, mean it. Toodles my noodles. Goodbye.